So, ladies and gentlemen, Greg McCloskey from ForexLive.com. Now that the Fed chair speech is come and gone, let's take a look at some of the major currency pairs and what the price action is telling us now. We'll start by taking a look at the euro versus US dollar, and as you can see, the price moved higher during and after his speech initially, but has since moved back to the downside. Now, the high price that the price moved up to in the euro versus US dollar reached the target that we outlined in our earlier video today, defined by these swing levels through here. This next target came between the 1.0833 and 1.0848 level in trading last week. The price came down to that level in trading this week. The price came down to that level and then traded above and below it. And as you can see, the high price today moved up to that into this area right here, and then has since moved back to the downside. We are back below the 200-day moving average, tilting the bias back to the downside. So sellers leaned and now have pushed the price back below the 200-day moving average, which gives the sellers some more confidence. However, we do need to get below this area right here between the 1.0773, 1.07899 to increase the bearish bias earlier today. The price did move below that level to a low. It was 1.0765. but could not sustain momentum. There's other support in the euro versus US dollar near the 1.07509 level. That's the low of this swing area through here on the daily chart, where we had a number of different swing lows going back to 2022, February, March, April, May, June of 2002, swing lows and highs, and then we re-established that area as a swing area through this part of 2023. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. And if we look at that currency pair, the price is currently trading at 146.40 and trying to break above the high swing area here between the 146.29 and 146.40. We're currently trading right at that level, and as you can see, we did move above it, but we have this high price at 146.55 to contend with on the upside as well. So on the downside, the 100 and 200 hour moving averages, which I outlined in my preliminary report on this currency pair earlier in the day, did hold support. So that gave the buyers the go ahead to push to the upside, and at least from a technical perspective, and I guess fundamental perspective as well. I was saying that. So we will look now toward a break above the 146.55, or do we just stay in this range that has defined this currency pair really since about this time right here, maybe even going back to this period right here. So ups and downs, and we're trading near the highs in the dollar versus yen. We'll see if we can break above the 146.55 level. Looking at the daily chart, the highs that we saw here in 2023 are the highest level since November of 2022. There's not a lot of resistance until we get up to this trend line right here, top side of the trend line, and perhaps these highs right through here and here that form this swing area up here. So that comes in around the 148.44, a long way away. But what is good about, I guess, the dollar versus yen from a bullish perspective is that we're staying mostly above the 145.90 level, which was a swing area we were looking for to get above and stay above for that currency pair. Let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar next. And this currency pair is trading back down after breaking back above the 100-day moving average briefly here, but could not sustain the momentum. We had to get above that 100-day moving average and stay above to increase the bullish bias. And as you can see, we're back down lower and also trading below this swing area between the 125.90 and 126.23. That this area will now be resistance, and with the low price of 125.59 reached earlier today, late yesterday, as the next key target on the downside, followed by this swing area through here between the 125.36 and 125.47. But the sellers are more in control in the sterling versus US dollar below the 100-day moving average. Dollar versus Canada. Quickly, we are trading to a new high going back to this date right here, which is May 31st. 2023. Off of the 4-hour chart, you can see how the price extended above the 1.3603 level. That was the high price twice this week, both today and I guess it might be on Wednesday. Moving above the 136.03 level now sets that level as a support level. Stay above that level is more bullish. We look toward the 136.53 level. Taking a look at the Aussie versus U.S. dollar. Next, we are trading lower, and after a brief move above the 100 and 200 hour moving averages, those are the blue and green lines here. Market momentum cannot be sustained. The price started to rotate to the downside and trading. Now we're looking toward our swing lows that we saw at Monday and the end of last week on Friday and Thursday at 0.6387, 0.6379, and 0.6363. So there you have it. A look at some of the major currency pairs. After the Fed Chair Powell remarks, the dollar is moving higher after moving lower earlier, seeing a reversal of the trend as a market digests what he had to say. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.